Hi guys, welcome back. This is Isa from PrintStick, and this video has been requested because many of you have been asking me whether the new planners for 2020 come with the extra months of November and December, which is what I did last year. But this time I have so many new versions and so many new colors that I just can't keep up with adding extra months for every version of every planner. But instead, what I will do is teach you how you can copy weekly and monthly spreads from a planner that starts next year in January 2020, how you can use the pages and modify them so you can start using it now. This is the color planner with a gray background, and I just want to show you the yearly calendar is from January 2020 to December 2020. Those are the months and weeks included in this planner. As you know, if you tap on a month here, it's going to open that particular spread, and then you have the weeks for that month, and they come with the dates. And what we want to do today is use these existing weeks but change the dates so that we can start using right now. So I'm gonna go back to January, and I need around 3 weeks of November and all of the weeks of December. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna copy all of January. I'm going to tap on the screen to open my tools, and then on these 4 squares on the top left, I'm gonna tap there. Now the square that's surrounded by a blue outline is where I am right now in the planner. So I'm gonna click on select on the top right, and I'm gonna click on that page. That's the monthly view of January. So tap on the month and then tap on all of the weeks. Click on copy. Great, now done. Now I want to insert these pages before the month of January. So this is my index. This is the page that's right before January. So I'm gonna go to my squares again, and in this arrow at the bottom, I'm gonna click on add page after, paste pages. Even though the tabs and links are still gonna work in the new pages you just created, when you tap on January, you will only go to the original January. So even if I swipe all the way here and I find January, I know that this is a copy, okay? Because when I tap here, I skip to the original spread. So the first thing is to remove this label that says January. And to do that, it's actually quite simple. You're just gonna open your tools, use your white ink or white pen tool. So here you select the color, white, and then here you select the pen. In this case, I guess I'm fine with a ball pen, doesn't really matter. And then I just do want to pick the biggest size of ink because I want to cover the biggest amount of space at once. So with my Apple Pencil, I'm just going to write over the existing word, and I can get rid of the numbers too. Now, for this particular planner, I happen to have the font that was used, which is called Marcadores. You can get it too. I'm gonna link it down below. So now I just want to select my text box to create a new text box, and this is going to say November, and I can write 2019. And then I just need to select the whole text to be able to change to the font that I want. Okay, and then it was a lot bigger, something like that. Let me change the padding. Now, one thing you can do, it's a little bit difficult in GoodNotes, but it's possible. So you can select letter by letter or number by number and change the color. So I'm not gonna go crazy about the color codes right now, but you could potentially use the same color codes that the original words had. But right now that's gonna take me a while. Okay, so sometimes GoodNotes is weird like that and it won't select the color that you want, but you just have to try again, and usually the second or third time it works. Okay, I just kind of made up colors. As I said, you can do the actual colors of this planner, but I don't wanna like stop too long here. I do want to mention that you can always select the text, and to select just the text and not the white ink, because as you can see, if I just use my lasso, I'm going to remove what I wrote and I'm gonna get rid of what's covering the original month. So I will click on my lasso tool again to deselect handwriting, which is what the ink is, and then I can just select the text. Okay, I can make it bigger. And I'm actually going to copy this. And I wanted to mention that if you're using a single color, this is a lot faster. You know, you don't have to go word by word. You can pick like a gray tone, whatever you want. And doing this is going to be a lot quicker than changing the color letter by letter. But I just wanted to show you that both options are possible. I'm gonna leave my colorful one here. Great. All right, now what I have to do, as you probably guessed, I have to go over and remove all of these dates, again, using the white ink. Same method, I'm gonna zoom in and just write over it. Again, I'm gonna speed this part up so it doesn't take as long. So as you can see, I have a blank spread right now. Now, step number 2 is going to be to add text. Let me go on my phone to see what dates November has. The first is a Friday, so that will go up here. So I can literally just use my pencil to write in, let me make it smaller, the dates. Go 1, 2, 3. And this is going to be the quickest way. And if you have beautiful handwriting, totally do this way. However, I'm obsessed with things looking, you know, tidy and kind of in the same way. So what I do is use text boxes. And another thing I want to do before I show you that method that I prefer is, since you used white ink to cover the original dates, if I ever want to edit this number that I created, I'm gonna have a problem because I can't really select the number without selecting the white that was behind it. Okay, so that's why I like keeping it separate between the white ink that's behind here and a different type of element. So if you open your lasso tool, these are the different types of elements you have: handwriting, ink, images, which could be stickers, and text boxes, which is, you know, the text. So I prefer to keep them in layers, as in having them be in different items, so that I can select which ones I want to select, and then I can always edit. Okay, so I'm gonna go back and I'm going to create a text box that says 1, and I want to align it to the right, so that if I position the box here and then I change the number, it's gonna send it to the left, if that makes sense. Anyway, this is gonna be number 1, and then if I deselect my handwriting, I should be okay just moving the number, and I can place it. We said it was on a Friday. Copy, paste. Okay, so it is a little time consuming, but after you do this, it's gonna be faster. You'll see for the next month, it's gonna go a little faster because you have to select each number and change it. Another option that's faster is using stickers. I do have another video showing how to do that, so I'm gonna link it below. But I just wanted to show you this method too. And the cool thing about this is that you can pick any font. I wish that there was the option of selecting all of the text and changing the font, but there isn't. So just make sure you pick the right font in the beginning, because if right now I'm like, oh, I want to do a different font, I'm gonna have to go and change each number individually. Okay, so it's better if you are sure that you want this font before you start doing all of the numbers. Now that you have 3, you can select them all, copy, paste, and I'm actually going to finish this row. So I can copy this whole row and paste it onto the next row. I'm gonna look at my calendar again and see that November ends on the 30th. That should be Saturday. So let's see, it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is good, and I will not need this last number. I'm kind of trying to go quickly. You guys can take all the time you need to make sure you're doing the right dates, because you don't want to mess that up. Here I have to grow my box because it wasn't big enough for the 22, so I just pull this blue dot to the side. Okay, so I'm done with the dates, and now I can just go and adjust any numbers if I need to. For example, here I feel like these ones are too close to the line, so I'm just gonna select this whole row and reposition it a little bit more to the left. Perfect. Now you have your very own edited monthly spread. So now, since this is a page that I copied, the links are still going to be working, but remember, they're gonna take me to the original weeks. So just forget about the links for now, and the way you will navigate to your new weeks is going to be swiping. Okay, to access my new November spread, what I can do is favorite this page. So you click on this flag, and next time I click on my 4 squares here, I'm going to see my new November spread where it says favorites. So if I click on thumbnails, which is where I was before, you have all of the pages in the planner, but if you click on favorites, then you'll have the ones you've selected. Unfortunately here, there's no way to write what this is, so you kind of read, but otherwise just know that, you know, there's one monthly spread, and then there's going to be December, and you're going to know that the first one is for November, the second one is for December. This can help navigate and be a little easier. If not, you will just go to your thumbnails and see that the first month right after your index is the one that you want. Now, I was forgetting here, there's the issue of the tab being selected. So what I can do, I guess I can just delete these with my ink, maybe add text that says November, something like November 2019. Let me see if it fits. If I make it smaller, again I can pick the same font, just so that I remember that this is not January, and remember also that if you do tap there, this will take you to the month of January because it's still linked. So really, you don't like use the links with this method, but again, you get the spreads, which is the important part. All right, before I do the weekly spreads, I just want to quickly show you how to use all of these numbers and all of this work that you did already, how you can use it to create the new spread for December so that it's a little quicker and all of the work that you did already works again. So actually what we're gonna do now, you can just copy this spread because this spread already has the text boxes ready to be edited and already has the original numbers erased. So instead of doing it all over again, I'm just gonna click on my squares. I'm going to click on select this page, copy, and I want to insert the other monthly spread. So add page after, paste page. There we go. Now I just have to change the text so that it says December. Now I have my label, and I can also change this one also to know that this is for December. Now next, I can reference my phone, or I can also just check that, November ended on the 30th, so Sunday should be the 1st. But again, since I don't want to make any mistakes, I'm gonna confirm that with my phone. So yeah, December is Sunday the 1st. Now that you have all these numbers, again, using your lasso tool, you can move them a lot quicker. This is going to be the 1st, and then I'm just going to lower all of these other numbers, one row, so I have room to arrange these ones. Monday 2nd, Tuesday 3rd, and then I have 2, 4, 5 numbers I can bring up at once. So I select 2, 3, 4, 5 numbers, bring them up all at once, and that is going to make this a lot faster. It was kind of a lot of work in the beginning, but as you can see now, it's going a lot faster to just put the dates where you need them. This time December ends on Tuesday 31st, so I need one more box. Not a big deal. I just copy it and paste it, and then I just change the number to 31. Second monthly spread done. Now I'm gonna show you how to do the weeks. So I'm gonna go to my week. So the first thing is to change what it says here. So using my ink, go over the word December, and of course cover the numbers. I'm going to add a text box that says November. Change the font to match the one I had. Make it a little bigger perhaps. Now I know this is November, and then if I want to cover this tab, what I can do is just go back to my monthly spread, copy. I want to cover what says Jan from January with November. Now I have another empty spread with no dates. Time to enter the dates. So again, make little text boxes. I'm gonna start this on November 3rd. I'm just gonna start it here on a Monday. Select marcadores. Check the size, make it a little smaller maybe. And then you can copy, paste. I'm gonna copy and paste first all of them, and then I'm gonna go back and do the dates, the right numbers. Perfect. And now what I'm just gonna do, I'm just gonna duplicate this week again, just like we did with the monthly spreads. I'm sorry I told you to copy these in the beginning. It's actually not the best idea. So I'm just going to delete the spreads that I had copied. I'm just gonna trash them. Okay, and now I should be back to having, let's see. I'm gonna go find my favorites. This is November, and then I should have 1 week, which is the one we just made. Then I have December, and then January, because I deleted all the weeks. So what I'm gonna do now is duplicate this week that is ready with the numbers. Okay, so copy, or you can also select this little arrow and click on duplicate. Again, I need to check how many weeks. So I think it was 5 weeks, right? So, but I'm not doing this one, so I need 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks. And I have 1, 2, and then duplicate 3, 4. Okay, so then when I go to November, I have 1 week, 2 weeks, 3, 4. they say November, and the numbers are ready to be modified to whatever date. Then you can copy this whole set of weeks and pass it on to December to do those spreads as well. And this is how you can start using a planner today, even if the dates don't start until a couple of months from now. And you might be asking yourself, okay, why can't I just do this for any planner so I can basically redate any dated planner? And the answer is yes, you could do that. However, keep in mind that dated planners, especially this color planner, I'm gonna give you an example. It has all of the weeks linked. Months can have 4 to 6 weeks each. So the planner is gonna be configured in a way that the links will not always match. So if you want to do anything like this, I just recommend get an undated planner, because as you can see, this is quite a bit of work. But if you're only doing 1 month or 2 months, or personally what I do is I just do the weeks. I don't even bother with the monthly spreads. So if there's a planner that I can't use yet because of the dates, then I just copy the weeks and then I start using it. I hope this was useful to you, and I hope that this makes it a little easier for you. If you're wanting to buy a planner that is not ready to be used right now, well, now you can use it. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up to let me know. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet, and turn on the notifications so you don't miss out on any future videos. Thank you so much for watching, and see you next time. Bye bye.